The pyramids are monuments of stone, but they are also monuments of words. Deep inside the Pyramid of Unas, built during Egypt's 5th dynasty, around 2300 BCE, archaeologists uncovered something extraordinary. Hundreds of lines of hieroglyphs carved directly into the walls of the burial chamber. These inscriptions, known as the Pyramid Texts, are the oldest surviving religious writings in the world. They are not stories in the way we think of them today. They are spells, incantations, and instructions designed to guide a king through the dangerous journey from death to eternity. The Pyramid Texts were first discovered in 1881 by Gaston Maspero, a French Egyptologist working in St. When he descended into the Pyramid of Unas, he saw walls covered in finely carved hieroglyphs painted in blue and green. Unlike earlier pyramids, such as Khufu's at Giza, which contain no inscriptions, Unas's tomb was a library in stone. Later, pyramids of kings and queens also included these texts, spreading the practice across the Old Kingdom. Scholars like James Allen and Miriam Lichtheim have translated many of the utterances, revealing a worldview at once complex and poetic. The purpose of the texts was clear. They were spells for eternity. Some ensured the pharaoh would rise with the sun god Ra, joining him in his daily rebirth. Others promised he would sail the night sky among the imperishable stars of Orion and Sirius, echoing the astronomical alignments we discussed in earlier episodes. Still, others were protective, warding off snakes, scorpions, or hostile gods who might block his path. Together, they formed a kind of cosmic instruction manual. One spell reads, "O King, you are this great star, the companion of Orion, who traverses the sky with Orion, who navigates the Duat with Osiris." This single line connects architecture, astronomy, and mythology. The shafts we studied in episode 5 align with Orion and Sirius. The Pyramid Texts describe the king's soul traveling with Orion. The stone and the word reinforce each other, guiding body and spirit toward the same cosmic destination. The Pyramid Texts also reveal that death was not seen as an ending but as a transformation. The king was reborn as a star, as Osiris, as Ra. His tomb was not a prison but a launchpad into divinity. The texts provided the spells, while the pyramid provided the vehicle. Later, traditions expanded on this foundation. By the Middle Kingdom, the Coffin Texts carried similar spells for nobles, not just kings. By the New Kingdom, the Book of the Dead extended the privilege further, democratizing eternity. But it all began here, in the Pyramid of Unas, with words carved in stone. Modern archaeology continues to study the texts. Epigraphers carefully document each glyph. Digital imaging projects create 3D scans, preserving details that might otherwise fade. Scholars compare the utterances, numbering them for study. The Journal of Egyptian Archaeology has published detailed analyses, showing how certain spells repeat across tombs, while others evolve in meaning. The texts also spark debates about literacy, ritual, and performance. Were these words recited during the burial? Did priests chant them as the king's body was sealed inside? Some scholars believe the texts were meant to be read aloud, activating their magic. Others argue their mere presence, carved into the walls, was enough to ensure effectiveness. What we can say with certainty is that the Pyramid Texts are a window into ancient Egyptian thought. They show us a people obsessed not with death, but with survival beyond death. They reveal a cosmos where the stars, the sun, and the gods were all destinations for the king's soul. And they remind us that the pyramids were not just engineering marvels, they were spiritual machines, fueled by both stone and spell. Before you vanish into the underworld yourself, remember this. Even the gods demanded followers. Subscribe, and your journey to eternity will be one click easier. Next time, we'll move from texts to tunnels, exploring the underground labyrinth of Saqqara and the discoveries that continue to emerge from beneath its sands.